Hey guys, hey, it's been an awfully long time since I've posted anything to the channel here about the Sea Ray project. And well, first off, I want to thank everyone that subscribed and had a little interest in the work that we did on the Sea Ray. You know, the way that we took care of some of the project details and stuff. But unfortunately, today I'm having to make an announcement here that I've decided to go ahead and scrap the project. I mean, it really makes me sad. You know, I've been grinding over this and thinking about it, trying to decide whether I want to continue on with it or not. But and I kind of decided yesterday that I think it's time. It's time to abandon this project. Unfortunately, I don't like to quit. I'm not a quitter. But unfortunately, where I'm standing with it right now, it's just got to a point where I just don't feel like I'm going to have the time, or the energy, quite frankly, to put into it to get it to where I can complete the project. Some of you I know, Bob, I've talked to you about a little bit. Kind of explained a little bit that what happened. Gosh, I guess it's been almost 18 months ago, and it's been that long. Wow. But the long version of the story is that I got tired of replacing the tarps to keep the water out while I was working on it during the winter. So I went out and I bought a really nice heavy-duty tarp, from a canvas manufacturer here in the San Diego area, and I put that up, and then that winter, we had some really, really heavy torrential rains associated with some very high wind. And the stays that I'd put underneath the tarp, to raise it up to run the water off the boat, the wind took one of the stays and it basically knocked it down. It just collapsed inside the boat. So, and I was away at work. I was gone that week. And so what happened was a little bit of water began to puddle there on the tarp. The tarp did its job, it collected the water, and collected enough water that it pushed down the rest of the stays, and so we wound up collecting, I'm guessing it was probably about 600 gallons in the tarp that it collected. And the tarp was strong enough, unfortunately, that it held the whole 600 gallons. And with the associated weight, it just caused a lot of structural damage to the hull. Not so much to the hull, but to the top cap. And I'll show you in just a second here. In fact, I'll post some photos here along with this that I took, from the water that was collected, before I was able to get it drained out. So at any rate, let's go out. We'll start from the bow here. So the bow itself doesn't look terribly bad. It's kind of still intact, but as you come down along the starboard side, you can see up here the top cap. See how it's been pulled away from the hull. There was so much weight in the top cap that it just pulled everything down, and happened on the port side as well. You can see the port side. It got separated from the hull. Now that in itself is probably not that big of a deal. That could be repaired. But the biggest problem, as you can see, if you step back from it, the weight took the windscreen structure, basically pulled it all in because that's where the tarp was secured up forward, bent the structure, broke all the glass, and if you look down the side here, on the starboard side, you can see it's been pulled away really, really bad. You see, again, that's not really such a big problem, but the problem is here. This is a lot of major structural repair to the top cap that would have to be done. Now, could it be repaired? Yeah, of course it could. I mean, it's just fiberglass. I mean, you could jack it up, get everything lined up, put the reinforcing wood in the back, reglass everything, and probably straighten it out. But you can see it was really pulled back bad. It's going to be huge work, a lot of jacking. And I don't know honestly if I could even really get it right again. So anyway, that's where I stand with it right now. I made the decision yesterday that I think I'm going to go ahead and scrap the project. So today I'm in the process of pulling components off of it. That are still marketable, and I'm just going to part it out. I've got a lot of good components. I've still got 2 complete engines, gimbals, outdrives, everything. I mean, the engines and stuff will need to be rebuilt. Mercruiser 165s, I've got a pair of those. I've got the complete stern drive assemblies, transom plates, gimbal assemblies. That's all there. Hell, if anybody knows of anyone that's interested in those components, all of it will have to be overhauled. That was my intention anyway. The engines still turn. I spun them yesterday. They're at the crank, so they're not frozen up. There's going to be a little corrosion in the cylinder walls, but that shouldn't be bad. My guess is that the engines, you pull the heads and hone the cylinders. I mean, you'll probably have a running engine there right now, so I don't think it's going to require a complete overhaul. But the complete engine packages would include wiring harnesses and instrumentation. I'm going to be making some pretty good deals. Probably going to get up on Craigslist and Boat Trader and start listing those components out. I've got a lot of bright work coming off the boat. The teak. It needs to be reconditioned a little bit, but it's still no major cracks or anything. It's in pretty good shape, so I'm going to be selling that stuff off. Got the swim step was teak as well. That's in pretty decent shape. I think I'm going to keep the fuel tank. Because Governor Moonbeam out here in California rumor has it that he's going to increase our gas taxes by about 42 cents a gallon, which is because he's so mismanaged our economy here. I've got a 100-gallon fuel tank that came out of the boat. I think I'm just going to convert that for a fuel cell for the back of my truck. And I only work 50 miles from the Arizona line, so know what I'm thinking there. I'll just ferry in some fuel from Arizona because it'd be a heck of a lot cheaper if that gas tank goes in. Make it worth my while. So anyway, guys, that's about it. Says I'm not really known to be a quitter, but this thing has just gotten this project's just gone beyond what I want to do. So I've actually been looking around. I like the 79 Sea Ray, the Sundancer series. I've found a couple of them online that are actually should be pretty much turnkey. I'm thinking about maybe making an offer on 1 or 2 of those, and who knows? I may have a Sundancer here, in the side yard one of these days down the road. But this one, I'm afraid Mother Nature just kind of knocked this out of the water for me. Pardon the pun. So again, guys, thanks for those that have subscribed and have taken a little interest in how we did some of the project details. I appreciate your comments. Appreciate the conversations that some of you have reached out and contacted me. It's been kind of an interesting, but I think it's time to close this chapter. So, hey, I'll probably get some stuff posted on down the line or other things I work on. So, anyway, hang in there, guys. Keep it safe. Enjoy your time and make the best out of everything you can. All right, that is it for the 79 Sundancer Sea Ray project for right now. We'll be signing off. So God bless you all. Take care. Catch up with you down the road.